What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be bringing you the EV guide that you guys have been begging me for, the EV guide that I promised, because I know a lot of you guys want to get into competitive battling as soon as possible, but you're not quite sure how to get your Pokemon strong. I also did this back in Gen 6 in X and Y. It's pretty similar, but it's even easier in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so they've really made it super easy to EV train in a single stat and spread the EVs throughout your entire team. It's actually insane. So what you're going to need first, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my bottom screen so you can see what exactly I have and what exactly you're going to need. So first you're going to need adrenaline orbs. You can always buy those at the Pokemon Center anywhere. I'm not quite sure if you need to beat a certain island trial to activate them or unlock them, but eventually you're going to be able to buy adrenaline orbs wherever you want. So we're going to show you guys what you need. I have 6 Pokemon here. I'm going to be EV training them all in speed. So what you're going to need first and foremost is the Pokerus. Pokerus is pretty hard to find. You just randomly find it on a Pokemon, honestly. You can't just get it. It's hard to just obtain. But the thing is, I'm going to be trying to spread these Pokerus Pokemon around as much as possible. What Pokerus does is it doubles the EV gain that you get after you killing a Pokemon. So that's going to be very important. But like I said, come to my stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be streaming every day, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to try and trade some of these around. Maybe you guys can help me out and trade to people that don't have Pokerus. To spread Pokerus, all you do is have a Pokerus Pokemon in your party, battle, and it has a chance of spreading every time you get into a battle. You can always keep Pokerus, always, by putting a Pokemon in your PC that has Pokerus. If the Pokemon with Pokerus in your party is in your party when the game changes from night to day, you actually are unable to spread Pokerus with that same Pokemon anymore. So always make sure you have a Pokerus Pokemon in your PC so that it doesn't go away and you can always spread it to another Pokemon whenever you want. But like I said, we got to help each other out and spread these Pokemon as much as we can so everybody has a chance to EV train very quickly. But the second thing we're going to need is the power item that corresponds with the stat that we're trying to raise. So here I have a power anklet on my Kommo-o, and I have Pokerus on him. And what they did to the power items in this game is actually insane. They doubled the amount of EVs it adds on to your yield after killing a Pokemon. So for example, in Gen 6 and below, the power items added 4 EVs of the corresponding stat. So if this was Gen 6 with Pokerus and power anklet, if I killed a Pokemon that gave me 1 EV, I would get that 1 EV plus the 4 from the power anklet, which is 5, doubled, which is 10. So I'll get 10 EVs for killing 1 Pokemon. But in this game, I get 1 EV for killing a Pokemon that gives me speed. Then I get plus 8 from the power anklet. Then with Pokerus, I double that. So total, I get 18 EVs for killing 1 Pokemon. And like in Gen 6, if you have the experience share on, your entire team gets 18 EVs for killing 1 Pokemon. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you guys exactly where to get the power items, because I just told you how to get Pokerus. You just have to catch it randomly or get it in a trade. But here, to get the power items, you can actually just go straight to the Battle Royale Dome. And I have a ton of battle points just from doing the Battle Tree post-game. So you don't actually need to do the Battle Royale Dome to actually gain battle points. You can actually do Battle Tree as well. And I think Battle Tree is a little more fun in-game anyways. So yeah, they carry over, so I can actually spend my battle points here. I have 639 of them. But here you guys are going to see all the power items. Power Bracer raises attack, Power Belt raises defense, Power Lens raises special attack, Power Band raises special defense, Power Anklet raises speed, and Power Weight raises HP. So I'm actually going to be training in speed. I already have Power Anklets on all my Pokemon. You know, just buy the one that corresponds to the stat you're trying to raise. So now I'm actually going to fly to a location where I can EV train in speed now that we have everything we need. I have adrenaline orbs, I have power anklets, and I have Pokerus on every single one of my Pokemon. And you guys are going to see here as well. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Like this Meowth here. No EVs on it. You can actually check your EVs by going to a Pokemon stats at the top here and pressing Y. You can see it's not spread out anywhere. We're going to try and get that speed stat all the way filled up though today. So that's that. And now I'm going to go ahead and fly to the location where we can actually train our speed. I'm going to leave all the locations that I found in the description so you guys can just fly directly there and start EV training. I actually spent like the last hour researching all this stuff so that I could make this video. And it seems to be very simple. They like dumbed it down in this game to the point where anybody could do it easily. So this is the method that I found best and fastest to EV train. It's very, very simple. All we're going to want to do is go ahead and find the Pokemon that, you know, possesses a speed EV in this case. The one that gives us a speed EV, we're going to find that Pokemon. We're going to false swipe it, and we're going to make it call for help so that another one of the same Pokemon comes down. And we just keep killing the same Pokemon over and over again until, you know, until our team is filled up. Because I think we only need 6 or 7 battles to completely max an EV stat, which is pretty insane. And I believe you can use Honey to call Pokemon, but you can just run around in the grass as well. So my what I have on my Como-O, I have False Swipe. It's the same Como-O I've been using to show you guys how to catch certain Pokemon. It's the same one, and I still have False Swipe on it. So I've been using False Swipe because some Pokemon can only be caught by making the Spearow call for help. The way the SOS mechanic works is when these Pokemon are at low health, they have a higher chance of calling for help. So when you put them at low health, they'll probably call for help anyways. But then the Adrenaline Orb also raises their chance of them calling for help. So they'll most definitely call for help if they're low HP and you're using an Adrenaline Orb, if that makes any sense. It just stacks on the chances of them calling for help because of the fact that you have so much pressure on them with the Adrenaline Orb and with the False Swipe and them having low HP. So I have to go ahead and find the Adrenaline Orb. Here it is. Okay, so we're going to use an Adrenaline Orb here. So it makes the Pokemon nervous, so now his chance of calling for help is higher. And then when I use False Swipe, it's pretty much going to be guaranteed that he is going to call for help, because they don't always call for help, as you can see right here. He still has full HP, so he's probably not going to call for help yet. It only makes sense that a Pokemon would call for help when they have low HP, because they need help. So let's go ahead and False Swipe him here and see if he calls for help now. Nice critical hit. So this Spearow only has 1 HP left, so he's most definitely going to call for help. And his help didn't appear. That's so sad, man. Where are your friends at? This boy does not have any friends. So we're actually going to count the EVs that we get. Okay, so we called another Spearow down. So like I said, we're going to count the EVs that we get. So now what we're going to do is kill the Pokemon on the left and leave the one on the right alive so that it calls for help again. I believe one Pokemon can keep calling for help as well. And I think this is actually how you shiny hunt and chain for Pokemon that have hidden abilities, I believe. I think this is the same exact method. You just have a Pokemon call down the same Pokemon over and over again, and eventually you'll get a shiny, and eventually you'll gain a, you know, if the Pokemon has a hidden ability, you'll find that as well, which is pretty cool. But we're EV training now, so it doesn't really matter now. So we have 18 already. This is going to make it 36, I believe. Alright, let's see if he calls down another Pokemon. He called down another Spearow. Clean. That should be 54. So this is actually the last one we need to call down, because this is going to be 120, and then when I kill the other one, it's going to be 138. And the best part about this that I didn't even mention yet is that when you are fighting 2 Pokemon at once, you actually double the amount of EVs you gain. So you actually gain 36 EVs for killing 1 Spearow. It's crazy, right? You gain 36 per Pokemon you kill. So I'm going to kill this last Spearow, and that's going to be all we need to fully EV train 1 stat. And it actually only took like 10 minutes. It only took like 10 minutes to fully EV train in speed. So we're going to go ahead and check our stat gain now. And it should be fully maxed out. So let's go ahead and check our Kommo now. And as you guys can see, fully EV trained in speed. When it's sparkling like that, that means you cannot EV train further in speed. That means that you have maxed out your speed stat. So this is Kommo here. We're going to go ahead and look at every single other Pokemon. Meow, fully EV trained in speed. Rattata, fully EV trained in speed. Oricorio, fully EV trained in speed. Lunala, fully EV trained in speed. And Skarmory, fully EV trained in speed with only 7 KOs, guys. So that's all you need, 7 KOs. When you're fighting 2 Pokemon at once, you double the amount of EVs you gain for killing 1 Pokemon. So after everything I said in the beginning of the video, double that and you, oh my, it's like, it's crazy. That literally took like 5 minutes to completely EV train a single stat. So that's the method that I'm gonna use, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna use, leave all the, leave all the areas you can EV train specific stats in the description. Let me know if you need Pokerus when you're on my stream. I'm going to try and trade and spread Pokerus as much as possible, just so you guys can EV train as quickly as possible. But that's going to be that. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you enjoyed. Let me know if you guys want me to make a guide on anything else, and I will. And that's going to be that. So see ya. I'm out of here.